Episode 41, Regret. The dark didn't fall all at once. It crept. Emergency lighting flickered in uneven pulses, red bands crawling across the processing hold like dying veins. Shadows stretched, collapsed, reformed. Depth vanished. Distance lied. People froze, not screamed, not ran. They listened. The hum beneath the floor had changed, strained, uneven, like the ship itself was holding its breath. Everlyn stood perfectly still. She didn't reach for anyone, didn't speak, didn't signal. Panic would be loud, stillness could be shaped. A child whimpered somewhere in the dark and was silenced instantly by a parent's hand, gentle but firm. Breath replaced sound. Survival replaced fear. The containment seams remained, faint, thread-like, glowing just enough to remind everyone they were still caged, just blind now. Kaelen shifted half a step closer to Everlyn, not touching, not crowding. Presence, not protection. Malik moved behind the civilians instinctively, placing his body where momentum would break if something surged. Lira was gone, not missing, gone from sight. The Xarthians entered without urgency. They always did. Boots struck metal with deliberate rhythm. Weapons hummed low, calibrated for suppression, not combat. Their silhouettes cut through the emergency light like moving scaffolds. They believed this was a correction. A system failure. They believed wrong. The lead Xarthian lifted its head slightly, scanning through layers of darkness that were never meant to hide threats. Its visor adjusted. Focused. Too late. Lira rose out of the dark behind them. No roar, no warning, no sound at all. Her full werewolf form unfolded in silence, mass and muscle flowing into place like a weapon assembled from memory. Her fur absorbed what little light remained. Her eyes burned low and steady, not wild, controlled. She was already close, closer than a reaction could reach. The second Xarthian turned, and didn't finish the movement. Lira took it apart, one strike, precise. The kind meant to end something fast before it knew it was dying. Armor crumpled inward. The body folded without sound. The first Xarthian spun, weapon lifting. Lira was already there. Claws slid through the joint beneath the arm. Power conduit severed. The weapon died in its grip. She leaned close enough that the translator picked up her voice. Calm. Even. I told you you'd regret this. Then she broke its spine. The third Xarthian fired blindly. The shot went wide. Malik caught the soldier it had been meant for and hauled them down behind him, taking the kinetic impact across his own shoulder like it was nothing. The floor cracked beneath his boots. Kaelen moved, not charging, intercepting. He hit the third Xarthian low, driving it into the tiered floor, hard enough to dent metal. Kaelen didn't kill it immediately. He disabled. Weapon arm torn free, mobility gone, control first. Everlyn stepped forward, not into the fight, into the space the fight created. Stay down, she said quietly. And the civilians listened, because the wolves weren't raging, they were working. Lira stood over the broken Xarthian she'd left alive, breathing steady, blood steaming faintly in the cold air. She didn't finish it. Yet. Because this wasn't about release, it was about message. Across the ship, Kaelen felt the moment land like a pressure wave, not through sound, through system shift. The ship reacted too late. Alarms began to spool, not screaming, but layered. Internal alerts colliding with rerouting commands. Power surged where it shouldn't. Doors locked where they shouldn't. Kaelen moved, fast now. She dropped from the vent into a cargo corridor just as emergency shutters slammed shut behind her. Darkness followed her like a shadow that knew her name. She didn't fight the ship. She ran along the seams it didn't watch. In the hold, the remaining Xarthian finally understood. This wasn't containment. This was contact. It tried to transmit. Lira crushed the transmitter under her claw before the signal could finish forming. Silence returned, heavier than before. Everlyn looked at the fallen Xarthians, then at the room. No cheers, no screams, just shock. And something else. Hope. Dangerous, fragile hope. "Not yet," Everlyn said, soft but absolute. The wolves pulled back, not retreating, resetting. Because the ship had felt it now. The machine knew. Somewhere deep in its core, the Xarthian system recalculated, not how to contain, but how to hunt. Kaelen reached another junction and paused, breathing hard for the first time. She sent one thought through the link, sharp and clear. "They're switching modes." Everlyn closed her eyes, then opened them. "Yes," she said quietly. "They are." In the dark, the processing hold waited, and the hunt began.